On June 24, his 18th birthday, Messi signed his first contract as a senior team player. It made him a Barcelona player until 2010, 2 years less than his previous contract, but his buyout clause increased to €150 million. His breakthrough came 2 months later, on August 24, during the Joan Gamper Trophy, Barcelona's preseason competition. A starter for the first time, he gave a well-received performance against Fabio Capello's Juventus, receiving an ovation from the Camp Nou. Capello sought to take Messi to Juventus on loan, but Inter Milan offered to pay his €150 million buyout clause and triple his wages. According to then-President Joan Laporta, it was the only time the club faced the real risk of losing Messi, but he ultimately decided to stay. On September 16, his contract was updated for the second time in 3 months and extended to 2014. Due to issues regarding his legal status in the Royal Spanish Football Federation, Messi missed the start of La Liga, but on September 26, he acquired Spanish citizenship and became eligible to play. Wearing the number 19 shirt, he gradually established himself as the first-choice right winger, forming an attacking trio with Ronaldinho and striker Samuel Eto'o. He was in the starting lineup in major matches like his first Clásico against rivals Real Madrid on November 19, as well as Barcelona's away victory over Chelsea in the last 16 round of the Champions League, which came on back of an intense period of rivalry between the clubs, leading a resentful Messi to state, "We would rather play Arsenal, Manchester United or anyone else than be on the pitch with Chelsea." After he had scored 8 goals in 25 games, including his first in the Champions League, in a 5-0 win over Panathinaikos on November 2, 2005, his season ended prematurely during the return leg against Chelsea on March 7, 2006, when he suffered a torn hamstring. Messi worked to regain fitness in time for the Champions League final, but on May 17, the day of the final, he was eventually ruled out. He was so disappointed that he did not celebrate his team's victory over Arsenal in Paris, something he later came to regret. While Barcelona began a gradual decline, the 19-year-old Messi established himself as one of the best players in the world during the 2006-07 campaign. Already an idol to the Culés, the club's supporters, he scored 17 goals in 36 games across all competitions. However, he continued to be plagued by major injuries. A metatarsal fracture sustained on November 12, 2006 kept him out of action for 3 months. He recovered in time for the last 16 round of the Champions League against Liverpool, but was effectively marked out of the game. Barcelona, the reigning champions, were out of the competition. In the league, his goal contribution increased towards the end of the season. 11 of his 14 goals came from the last 13 games. On March 10, 2007, he scored his first hat-trick in a Clásico, the first player to do so in 12 years, equalizing after each goal by Real Madrid to end the match in a 3-3 draw in injury time. His growing importance to the club was reflected in a new contract, signed that month, which greatly increased his wages. Already frequently compared to compatriot Diego Maradona, Messi proved their similarity when he nearly replicated Maradona's 2 most famous goals in the span of 7 weeks. During a Copa del Rey semi-final against Getafe on April 18, he scored a goal remarkably similar to Maradona's second goal in the quarter-finals of the 1986 FIFA World Cup, known as the goal of the century. Messi collected the ball on the right side near the halfway line, ran 60 meters, and beat 5 defenders before scoring with an angled finish, just as Maradona had done. A league match against Espanyol on June 9 saw him score by launching himself at the ball and guiding it past the goalkeeper with his hand in similar fashion to Maradona's Hand of God goal in the same World Cup match. As Messi continued his individual rise, Barcelona faltered. The team failed to reach the Copa del Rey final after Messi was rested during the second leg against Getafe and lost the league to Real Madrid on head-to-head results. After Ronaldinho lost form, Messi became Barca's new star player at only 20 years old, receiving the nickname Messiah from the Spanish media. His efforts in 2007 also earned him award recognition. Journalists voted him the 3rd best player of the year for the 2007 Ballon d'Or, behind Kaká and runner-up Cristiano Ronaldo, while international managers and national team captains voted him 2nd for the FIFA World Player of the Year award, again behind Kaká. Although he managed to score 16 goals during the 2007-08 campaign, the second half of his season was again marred by injuries after he suffered a torn hamstring on December 15. He returned to score twice in their away victory against Celtic in the last 16 round of the Champions League, becoming the competition's top scorer at that point with 6 goals, but re-injured himself during the return leg on March 4, 2008. Rijkaard had fielded him despite warning from the medical staff, leading captain Carles Puyol to criticize the Spanish media for pressuring Messi to play every match. Barcelona finished the season without trophies, eliminated in the Champions League semi-finals by the eventual champions, Manchester United, and placed third in the league.